Yo, this is your boy Ringo back again with a new video. What I'm going to deal with here is the fair use doctrine, share a little light on that based on my experiences and what I know to hopefully help others out there, and also to give a strong warning to people who abuse copyright laws by filing false DMCA complaints claiming that others infringe their copyright. Now, as most of you may know, my Ringo for Life channel was suspended in the month of July due to false copyright claims by Christina Glenn and various other people who made false DMCA complaints claiming copyright infringement. Well, if you've been following the news, you know that my Ringo for Life channel was restored and all my videos were restored, even the ones that had false complaints on them, because it was proven that she filed a false complaint because she didn't like the fact that I was giving my commentary about her situation with Weeks. Now, what I want viewers out there to understand is your rights. Under the fair use doctrine, we have rights to use video clips, audio clips of anyone, whether they're copywritten or not. We can use them for criticism, for news reporting, for teaching, for parody, and it doesn't infringe of copyright. Most people don't know this because they don't study, they don't know their rights, and they don't know copyright laws. So they tend to post videos to give their criticism, and then when the other party who owns the video don't like what you have to say, they'll file a false DMCA complaint claiming copyright infringement. Now what this does is it affects your YouTube account by giving you strikes, which can then cause your account to be suspended. But if you don't know your rights, you won't fight the case. You'll just settle for, well, I made a mistake and, you know, the law is the law, I infringed on their copyright, when really you didn't infringe on anything. Now there is a difference that you need to understand between fair use and you infringing on somebody's copyright. If you take a full song by an artist, just throw it up on your YouTube channel and just have their music just playing, and you figure, well, it's fair use. Technically it's not, because you just put the person's song up there, especially if you're using it in some video you made and you're just using their song as background music. They have a right to file a copyright claim claiming infringement. You understand? That's not fair use. Now, if you take, let's say, a talk show with someone being interviewed, and you take portions of that interview and you chop it up in small segments, and you give your commentary, your criticism, and your teaching based on what you're hearing, so that the broader audience can understand, you know, what you're teaching, basically, that is called fair use. Unfortunately, the majority of people who don't like to hear truth about certain issues will file a false copyright claim to try to shut you down. I notice on YouTube that people tend to, if they don't like you, rather than thumbing down your video with a 1 star and posting a comment saying I don't agree and explain why, they rather go the extra mile of filing a false copyright claim, or claim your video is abusive, or something to try to shut you down so that they can take away your right to voice your thoughts. I find that to be the lowest and the most evil thing a person can actually do, is to try to deny someone the right to speak and the right to voice their opinion about a particular situation. Now, with all that said, you have to know your rights concerning these issues. When someone files a false copyright claim against you, you need to first of all know that you didn't do nothing wrong. You understand? You have to know that your video fall under the guidelines of fair use. Once you know that happened, the next step you need to do is file a counter notice, countering basically the claim that was made against you, so that YouTube can investigate the matter and hopefully your videos will be restored and the penalties against your account will be taken away. Because if not, those penalties will remain there, and if you get more, your account gets suspended, just like my Ringo for Life account got suspended, but then it got restored because my case was proven that I didn't violate nobody's copyright. Now, I said all that to bring up the case with Tane and the video Expose series that I made about him. He filed a false copyright claim claiming infringement under some company, Quality Junk LLC. Well, he's the one who is behind. He's the mastermind behind this. And basically, because the truth in my video is so strong and so hard, he decided to file a false copyright claim claiming I infringed on some copyright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, according to the law, it says federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion picture, videotapes, or video disc under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. That's the law. But Tane and his people decided to file a false complaint so YouTube can remove my 5-part video series in an attempt to silence me from preaching the truth. But I have bad news for Tane. That particular series didn't infringe of copyright. So, according to the law, it will be restored back on YouTube very soon. And I will continue to fight everyone who make false copyright claims. And this is the problem that make YouTube such a bad place to be sometime when making videos, is because people don't respect your right to talk anymore. People don't respect freedom of speech in terms of the Fair Use Act, which allows us to take portions of video clips and critique it. I mean, when you think that you're so high and mighty that no one could critique you, that no one can make a video showing you to give their thoughts about you, that is when you know you have serious issues. You understand? Because my particular video series didn't violate any copyright law, yet it was pulled from YouTube. But if you go to Lexi's channel, The Lexi Show, her video of the same series is still there, which tells me that if you disagree with Tane, disagree with the homo lifestyle, then they automatically will file false copyright claims to try to shut you down from giving your thoughts, but yet Tane can say what he want to say through his video. Is that fair, ladies and gentlemen? That's not fair at all. It's unfair, and these type of people deserve to be called out on their wickedness. Because number one, the particular footage with Tane was from the Word Network on the Lexi Show. You understand? She posts that particular series on YouTube. According to the Fair Use Act, I can take portions of that video and I can use it for critiquing, for reporting, for teaching, and for parody. And it doesn't infringe of copyright. But Lexi don't know that because she don't know the law. And Tane don't know that because he don't know the law. Or they do know the law, but because they figure, well, there's no way he would know that. There's no way Ringo would know that. Let me file a false copyright claim to shut him down. But no, no, no. I understand my rights, and I understand the law, and I understand that they are abusing the system, just like many people on YouTube are abusing the system. And I want people to look at what is going on YouTube in terms of people abusing the flagging feature as a way to silence people. Listen, people, and listen carefully. If you see a video on YouTube that you don't agree with, right? Give it a 1-star rating, post a comment, letting people know you don't agree. Anyone can use anybody's videos. If I make a video, any one of you can take portions of my video, reproduce a video critiquing me.